Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Going for Goal series. Now, before we recap on the previous episode, as we always do in the Liverpool career mode, we always recap on the previous one. We're going to continue that into this series, but before we do that, I quickly want to ask you guys a question. Now, in the previous episode, I was quite shocked, if I'm completely honest. YouTube right now is unfortunately broken, and the reason I know this is I've spoke to someone at YouTube, and unfortunately they've told me that the subscription boxes are broken, so you guys may well not have seen the very first episode. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go and give it a watch. A lot of you guys seem to be very intrigued and very excited for this series from the response I got on the trailer, which I uploaded around 2 weeks ago. Obviously, I uploaded episode 1 a few days ago, but it doesn't seem to have the views. Now, the simple reason for me mentioning the views is because I've had this with the Liverpool career mode. I uploaded for 7 days straight, but on the last 3 days, the views were down. There wasn't as many comments, there wasn't as many likes. So I actually reached out to YouTube, and they did tell me, and I've seen many people telling me now on Twitter, that unfortunately the subscription boxes are broke. So it means if you are subscribed to the channel, you may not be seeing all of my videos. So if you haven't watched episode 1, definitely go and give it a watch. And I also quickly want to ask, at the moment this series is called Going for Goal. The simple reason for that is it's based around the film Goal. Obviously right now, you have no idea what Going for Goal is. If you watched the trailer and you've watched episode 1, of course, you know what it is. But as for new people coming to the channel, do they know Going for Goal is a My Player career mode? So should I change it to a My Player, or should I leave it as Going for Goal? If you guys can let me know down below in the comment section. And I'd also appreciate if you could let me know, did this hit your subscription boxes, especially with YouTube currently being broke. But before we get into the 2 games in today's episode, obviously I only done 1 in the previous episode and we're quickly going to talk about that. Of course, we faced off against Ajax for the 1 game in the very first episode, and we managed to get our first assist, which I was very happy with. And then unfortunately they scored back and that ended 1-1, so we only managed a draw in our very first game. But in today's episode, our first game right there is against FC Nantes, and then we are facing off against PSV. Now right now, Nantes have already played PSV and they actually won their top of our group at the current stage. I don't know if I can see it. There we go, right there. They've played 1 and they've got 3 points. So we're playing them today in the very first game, and then of course PSV in the second. Right, so if I actually go into the squad report, change the position so we have strikers at the top, and work out whether you're going to get in this team or not, because obviously one of the straw polls, and guys, if you haven't voted or you've seen episode 1, if you haven't seen it, I left 4 straw polls in the description in the comment section. I'll also be leaving them in this episode, episode 2, and I'll be leaving them in episode 3. After episode 3, we're then going to have to start making some decisions. So if you haven't voted, check the description, check the comment section. I will leave them down there and you guys can go and vote. But going to our first striker, we have Luke Charman. Now he's overall 60, he's age 20, and he's currently on loan at Accrington Stanley. Now the thing with this is he's only an overall of 16, and in the previous episode we just gone up from a 69 to a 70, so I think even if Newcastle called him back, he's not going to be pushing us out of the team. Moving on to Dwight Gale, he is a 75 overall, he is 5 ratings higher than us, he's age 27, but he's on loan to West Brom. Now the deal was he went to West Brom and Solomon Rondon, another player that we'll be coming across in a minute, come to Newcastle, so we'll have to discuss it when we get up to him. Moving on to this man here, now I was calling him Joselu, and someone said in the comment section, Brad, I think you might be pronouncing his name wrong, and I do apologise. It's actually Hosselu. Now, I did get it wrong, and I'll try and make sure the Hosselu is drilled into my head. But as you can see there, he's an overall 74. He's 28, so he is 7 years older than us, but he is also 4 ratings higher. Now, I'm hoping by the time we get to the start of the Premier League, maybe the first month or 2 in, depending on how much we get to play, depending on how hard we train, can we get maybe to a 73, 74 overall, so we can knock Hosselu off the team and start ahead of him. Moving on, we've got Elias, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Elias Sorensen. Again, his contract's expiring in 12 months. He's an overall 58. He's only 18. Maybe they're going to look at putting him out on loan, maybe train him up a little bit, but I don't think he's definitely not going to be pushing us out of the team. Moving on, we've got Yannick Toure, same sort of situation. He's 17, overall 57, another player that definitely won't be getting ahead of us. Moving on to the big man, the man I didn't see in the previous episode, the man that people warned me about, is him right there, Solomon Rondon, overall 77, so a massive 7 ratings higher than us, and also age 28. So he's in his prime right now. He's going to be looking to score goals. He's not getting any younger, and obviously he's 7 years older than us. He's valued at 8 million. So I'm thinking when we start the Premier League, Rondon may well be the starting man for Newcastle. Now he's only on loan, and at the end of the season, obviously Dwight Gale comes back. So can we push him out the team? I'm not really sure. We're just going to have to train hard. And the last man, Yoshinori, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Yoshinori Muto. We'll just call him Muto for now. He's overall 76. He's age 25. Now Newcastle are going to be playing 2 players up top, Without a doubt, it's going to be Muto and it's going to be Rondon. But in the previous episode, Muto actually didn't play as striker. He played as more a centre forward, maybe a bit of a cam, central attacker mid, and he played behind us. Problem with that is right now, as soon as we get to the Premier League, are we not going to be getting played? Is it going to be every 3 or 4 games we actually manage to break into the team? So we're going to have to see how it goes. We're going to have to work hard in pre-season, work hard training. Obviously, if you haven't voted on the straw poll about the loan, definitely go down below and vote on it. I would rather not go out on loan. I'd rather try and fight for my place. But I'm not going to talk anymore. I've talked enough. I just need to get that off my chest. Let's go ahead and get into this game against FC Nantes. Now, obviously, we have been picked once again. And Muto seems to be playing behind us. We'll go ahead and play in our blue kit. They can play in their yellow. But looking over the team, you can see there we've got ourselves, Muniz up top. We've got Perez. Now, I thought Muto was playing, and he's not. It's actually Perez playing at that centre forward. We've got Kennedy, Longstaff, Diarmi and Murphy in the midfield. Manquillo, Lejeune, I think you pronounce his name. Bailey, Yedlin at the back with Darlow in goal. So let's go ahead and get into this game against FC Nantes and hopefully get an assist or goal. So in the first game, we had Muto behind us, managed to get an assist. This game round, Jose Perez behind us, and I do apologise if I pronounce anyone's name wrong, guys. Obviously, Newcastle are a Premier League team, but some of the names sometimes, you try and say how it's spelled and it ends up coming wrong. But let's go ahead and get into this game against FC Nantes and see what damage we can do. Here's Jose. Let's look to put that ball through. Let's make this run now. Let's see if he'll put us in behind. Ball coming in. Can we score our first goal? Nice little shot, and what a goal. 8 minutes in. And Santiago Muniz has scored his very first goal in pre-season for Newcastle. What a goal. What a lovely bit of football there. Nice little passes. We got out onto this far left side. Kennedy waited for me to make a run. Got him behind. The non-defender done well. He tried to get down low. Tried to slide in to intercept the ball. He doesn't get there. And do you know what? I'm shocked there. We actually took it on our left foot. And we bury it in the back of the net. Also, guys, I've mentioned the straw polls many times now. The camera I'm currently playing on is Pro. I'm playing on this for episode 1, 2 and 3. And then in the 3rd episode, I will have a little look at what you guys have voted for. So if you want a different camera angle, I do believe right now Telly Broadcast is currently winning. So if you guys haven't voted on it, definitely go and vote on that. Just be careful here, lads. Go on, play me in Longstaff. Go around that corner. Nice to try and play that ball up the line. Let's go again. Nice little ball through from Muniz. Up to Perez. Perez plays it through to Kennedy. I'm pushing forwards now. Play me in Kennedy. Nicely done. Going to hit this first time. And there we go. Second goal for Newcastle. Beautiful ball there from Kennedy. Held that ball up nicely. I managed to get into a bit of space. Asked for the ball. Managed to get it to my feet and hit it first time. 2 goals in our second game of pre-season. And they have both come from ourselves. Santiago Muniz. This time taking on our strong foot. On that right foot. Smashed it past the keeper. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. 21 minutes in and we've already scored 2 goals. 9 rating as well. Very happy with this start. Let's see if we can get this flicked on from Perez. He doesn't. He doesn't even jump for it. Got to do better than that, Perez. Longstaff gets a touch on it. They managed to get a shot off, but straight into Darlow's hands. No problem. Careful passing around at the back, lads. Here we go. Yedlin's pushing forwards. I'm going to go straight through the middle now. The army trying to look for me. Going to let it straight up, looking for Murphy. Let's pull this back. Ball into the middle. Kennedy's back post. And there we go. Newcastle 3-0 up after 39 minutes. We are cruising right now. Kennedy with a beautiful goal. It was a lovely weighted ball in as well from the side. Nice little cross in, fell right to his feet, and he had no problem burying that one. Well, it's ball in. He's there at the back post, side foot it, easily beats the keeper. Keeper should do a lot better from there, especially at his near post. But we find ourselves 3-0 up right before half time. We're absolutely cruising right now. What an absolutely incredible start to this episode. Look for me, go on, I'll take that. Let's try and hit this, edge of the box, takes a deflection. Try and win this ball. Longstaff's hit it, and I'll tell you what. Keeper had to pull up a decent save there. Cut it back onto our right foot. Little dink into the middle. Ball into Murphy and he puts it just over the bar. 9.5 rating so far, right before half time. Play the ball in, nicely done. And there we go, referee blows for half time. We're going in, guys, against FC Nantes. 3-0 up. Not only are we 3-0 up, we've bagged ourselves 2 goals. We've had 3 attempts, 2 goals. This is what we need to do. We need Benitez to look at us and think, do you know what? We have got Muto. We have got Rondon. But we've also got Muniz, who's getting in the right positions. He's getting through on goal, and when he's one-on-one with a keeper, he's making sure his chances end up in the back of the net. I'm looking for that hat-trick. I'd like to get an assist, but I'm looking for that hat-trick. Let's go ahead and get into the second half and see if we can find that third goal. Got the ball, trying to get round me man. Perez is still on it. Pushes Kennedy forwards, looking for that dink ball. Comes in back post, Traore clears. Here's Perez, I'm going to run in there. Perez, try and put me in. No, he's going for the shot. Big save from the keeper. Try and get round our man. Lay it off to me. I'm going to hit this first time. Unfortunately, takes a deflection. Let's try and win that, Shelby. Nicely done. Let's go over this far side. And unfortunately, we don't manage to find our hat-trick. But you know what? I can't be disappointed. 2 goals. I was putting good crosses in. I was playing decent passes. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central, ready to face off against PSV. Now, currently, PSV have played 2 games and lost both of them. They just got beat by Ajax 3-1. We've obviously drawn with Ajax. We've just beat FC Nantes, so I'm hoping that we can get the victory against PSV. And luckily enough for me, Rafa Benitez has once again picked us for today's lineup. The only problem with this is I'm thinking we've played 2 out of 2. This is our 3rd game. I'm thinking we may well get subbed off for the simple reason I don't know how high our energy levels are going to be. I'll be able to see in a minute when we get into the play match, but I'm thinking we're definitely not going to be fully fit. And I also quickly want to show you this headline. You can see there, Muniz excited to shine for club and country. Now, I've had an email from my agent, and basically what it's saying is he knows that we're focusing on the Newcastle United career, but it's also very important that we get called up to the Mexico national team. Now, that's something that we want to do. That's something that happens in the actual films. He does get called up for Mexico, so that is something that we want to do. Obviously, we want to go on to become a legend for whatever club we're playing at, and also for the national team. So I'm super excited for that, guys. Hopefully, we'll get called up in not too long. But let's go ahead and get into this game against PSV. Now, currently, guys, I'm thinking the energy is probably going to be a little bit low. We'll be able to see now, and there we go. We are not fully fit. You can see they were probably around the 80% mark when it comes to energy, but we've got ourselves up top, Santiago Muniz. We've got Perez behind in a centre forward role, Atsu, Diarmi, Longstaff and Richie in the midfield, Dummett, O'Connor, Lejeune and Yedlin at the back with Darlow in goal. Now, to my shock, I completely forgot that Christian Atsu actually plays for Newcastle, and I've been thinking since I've seen Atsu in the team, Atsu and Richie are the best players to be playing on those wings. They're both very quick. They're good at whipping a ball in. I also like Perez behind me, but I think I prefer Muto. But obviously, it all depends on what team Benitez picks. It's not our choice. But let's go ahead and get into this game against PSV. Hopefully, we won't get taken off in the first half. But as for that energy, if we're making a lot of runs, we're trying to score goals, I'm sure the Gaffer is going to take us off. And here we go, the final game in today's episode. We scored 2 in the first. Can we find a goal or 2 in this second one? Let's go ahead and get into this first half against PSV, and hopefully be going at half time with the lead. Io's putting it over this far side, looking for Atsu. I'm going through the middle. Beautiful ball now. I've got Matt Ritchie coming in back post. Let's whip a ball in. Looking for Matt Ritchie. It's cleared away. Oh, look at this. PSV breaking forwards now. We're not playing with confidence at all. Let's get a foot in here, lads. Don't give a penalty away. Get a foot in, and it's in the back of the net. We're 1-0 down to PSV. They've lost both of their games. And after 18 minutes, they've gone 1-0 up against ourselves. Just not good enough at all, lads. I said, we've been a little bit shaky. We haven't been confident at all. Why is no one getting tight to his man there? And nobody is marking him. Now make that run in behind. Go on, Atsu. Atsu in behind. I just don't want the ball coming in. I'm never going to get my head on it. Give it to me on the edge of the box. Nicely done. Let's play this back. Here's the army. Give me it back, the army. Let's try and bend this in. Bending it. And it's in the back of the net. What a beautiful goal. That is the best goal we have scored so far. Give a little touch there to the army. Moved away from me, man. Got in a little bit of space on the edge of the box. Seeing the keeper position himself slightly to the left. You can see here. Nice little ball to the army. One to the back. Got in a little bit of space. And bent one over the keeper. Look, you can see slightly off his line. He's not in the middle of it. And I thought, can we bend one in here? And I'll tell you what. Beautiful goal right there. Getting a nice bit of height on it. Just coming down right under the bar. And we find ourselves level 1-1 against PSV. Play this ball out wide now. Surely we've got someone in behind here. Surely we've got someone in behind. Let's keep pushing forwards. Atu's giving the ball away. Try and battle for it back. And there we go. The referee has blown for half time. I've got to be honest, I'm just glad I worked myself into a good position. At the end of the day, it's a very team game. But Benitez is going to look at, should we take Muniz off? He's just got us back in this game. Now, I'm worried with him saying that your position for today. Has he taken us off? No, we're still on the pitch, so happy days. Let's go ahead and get into the second half. Try and work on what the Gaffer has told us to work on. Let's push forwards now. Let's try and get in behind. Go on, play me in. Richie's played me in. Let's try and pull this straight back. Play it into the middle. Nice ball into the middle. Shelby's there. Oh, it's a big save. Absolutely massive save. Beautiful ball from ourselves. Putting it across the face of goal. Get tight to him, lads. Ball into the middle. Let's clear this. And PSV find themselves scoring a second. 2-1 in the 75th minute. Our men just don't seem to be getting tight to them, and that's the problem. I know right now this isn't a proper starting 11. I know there's players that will be in this team that aren't currently playing, but that's ridiculous. You've got to get tight to your man. You've got to do better from there. Nice ball out there, looking for Dummett. Dummett places in. We are in behind. Let's try and cut across now. Play a little ball in there. Find the Muto, and there we go. We go 2-1 down, and within minutes, we have a counter-attack. I play into Dummett. Dummett plays me back in, and a slider ball through to Muto there, who goes and celebrates with Rafa Benitez. He must be absolutely over the moon. Minutes ago, we went 2-1 down. I'm thinking, can we find the second goal? And of course, we do. Get the pressure on, lads. Let's get this ball. They're so open at the back. There's a few gaps here that I can run in between. Oh, and they're coming forwards here. PSV shoot, and PSV have now gone 3-2 up. Wow, in the last probably 10 minutes, we have found ourselves going from 1-1 to 2-1 down to 2-2 and now to 3-2. 3 goals in less than 10 minutes. Benitez cannot be happy, and we still haven't been taken off. He's obviously believing that we can find this third goal. He wants that extra goal. Try and get this ball back. Dummett, play it around the corner. It's a nice ball. We're in behind. Let's try and put a little dink now. Little dink into the middle. Surely Matt Ritchie. And I tell you what an absolutely huge save from the keeper room. Let's put this back out wide. Oh, and there we go. The referee blows for full time. And sadly, our third game since starting this career at Newcastle, and we suffer a 3-2 loss. We absolutely played our hearts out there. We get a 9 match rating. Very happy with that. We scored a goal. We had 1 shot on target. It ended up in the back of the net. 2 shots off target. We got an assist. I'm very happy with how we're playing right now. I'm just worried that Rafa Benitez is going to look at dropping us. The good thing is we only had 3 feedbacks before. 1 of them positive, 2 of them being negative. This time round we have 4 positives. And that is what we need, guys. We need to make sure the manager is very happy with how we are playing. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central, ready for the next episode to face off against Levante. Now, the good thing about this, in the next episode, we'll be playing the semi-finals, and if we get through the semi-finals, we beat Levante, we also get to play the final. Now, what I quickly want to see is, I'm not sure who went through in our group. So the group finished Ajax. We actually drew against them for our very first game. They managed to go through with 7 points. We finished in second on 4 points. FC Nantes finished with 3, and PSV, after beating us, also managed to bag themselves 3 points. So I'm very happy with us two going through, and as you can see there is Group B. So I'm super excited for this next episode, guys. Of course, we're going to be finishing the Champions Trophy, the pre-season. We've got the semi-finals and the final. But guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.